To think that we can even sit here and talk about what we're talking about is actually insane. So, CM Punk last night made his return to Monday Night Raw after a couple weeks being away. I know he was doing the house, the touring stuff with the WWE. He wrestled Dominic Mysterio, I think, twice while they were kind of doing their TV deal talks. He was obviously a big selling point to some of these TV executives. Obviously, Warner, Amazon, they would all love to be a part of what the WWE is doing. Now, to say and to put all of that to the side, what they're doing on TV is actually huge. And the reason why I say it's huge, it's massive, all of those things is because CM Punk standing in a ring with Drew McIntyre in 2023 almost seems not real, right? So last night, if you guys do not know, there was a promo segment between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, but it started off with Drew McIntyre, who actually kind of played into the fact of him leaving the WWE because recently there's been huge rumors about Drew McIntyre's contract actually coming up later in 2024, which we never thought we'd see being played on TV, especially in the WWE, because for a long time, WWE were never the types to blur the lines, but in this scenario, they definitely did. So he talked about how, he could simply just walk away after, so long or blah, 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 whatever the case may be. He just teased that there's a chance he could leave. Now, this promo was outstanding, and it was two, I guess, in this scenario, it would be two triumphant men going head-to-head on something that they are both very skilled at, and that's talking on a microphone. So CM Punk comes out, he confronts Drew, kind of says along the lines that, hey, I've been a burden since I've gotten here to you. I haven't even said your name once, blah, 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 something along those lines. But what ended up coming about in this promo is more towards the end, and it's when Drew McIntyre called CM Punk a demon, and CM Punk responded with, I'm only a demon when pushed, and then I'm Satan himself, or something along those lines. That's not verbatim, but very close to what he said. To say that this is huge for the WWE may be a small little detail, right? Like, this is massive. WWE is putting themselves in a place to where I think now, instead of having to wait from the Royal Rumble till WrestleMania, we're going to see CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at the Elimination Chamber. Especially with the whole Seth thing, right? It's going to be a number one contendership. It could easily be that. There could possibly be two number one contendership championship matches, or two number one contendership matches on that show. In the Royal Rumble winner could be, somebody else. There's always that potential. But I do think that we see Drew and CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber, and I do believe there will be some kind of stake to it, because Drew, whether or not people like to believe it, I know he's lost a lot, but prior to that, he won a lot. And CM Punk hasn't wrestled on WWE television, let me make that clear. He did wrestle Dominic Mysterio on those house shows, but he hasn't wrestled on television in 9 years. And now, or 10 years now there is this potential that his first match back, besides the Royal Rumble, which is 30 men, you're not really, you're not doing like the crazy moves or anything like that, but his first match back could be against the guy who left, rebuilt himself, and came back. And Drew McIntyre, see, their stories are so similar. Both leave, both come back. They've both called themselves leaders, which that was another thing. Drew pinpointed at the fact that CM Punk would walk into the locker room and call himself the locker room leader, which, if you guys do not get it, that's weird. Why would anybody do that? Why would somebody... A leader doesn't say they're the leader. They act as so. So you don't walk into a room and you're like, oh, I'm the leader of this establishment. That doesn't happen. So for Drew McIntyre to get up and say that about CM Punk, it's actually wild to think of. But I am super excited to see where the WWE is going to go with this storyline because there's obviously still something there with Drew. Whether he's lost to Seth twice or not, it almost adds to the character of Drew McIntyre now. Because at one point you were feeling bad. Well, now he's starting to get desperate. And what does a desperate man do? Well, he does desperate man things. When things hit the fan, desperate man, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? Now, at the end of the promo, CM Punk went on to say that he said, from leader to leader, you will be the last person that I throw out of the Royal Rumble. Again, these words aren't verbatim, just very close to what they were. And I popped. I popped huge because it was one of those mic drop moments. Now, one thing that I will say about CM Punk right now in this run is you start to see like a little bit of a dwindled down version of CM Punk. I need him to kind of step up a little bit and kind of be that radiant force that everybody knows and loves, be that voice, because you have to understand that not everybody watches AEW. And a lot of people, when they think of wrestling, whether people like to believe it or not, they think of the WWE. So for some people, CM Punk's been gone for 10 years. Has not been in a wrestling ring for 10 years. And when he left, he was the voice of the voiceless. You guys remember that? So to have him step back up and to step back into that position of power, it is right for CM Punk to start kind of being more against the grain, because right now it feels like he's just kind of talking about the Royal Rumble, and I'm entering the Royal Rumble. And it's very Hulk Hogan-like. It's very John Cena-like, you know? But that's just, me thinking what it is. I could be thinking too deep into it. I'm happy to have CM Punk back. At the end of the day, I really want to make that clear. I'm very, very happy to have Mr. Phil Brooks back in the WWE. It's amazing even seeing him walk out on Monday Night Raw. But if you guys are new here, my name is Billy. Definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate you guys. All your love and support is absolutely outstanding. The good conversation that we're having inside the comments. Feel free to join the Discord. There we can have more conversation about pro wrestling because I want to know all your guys' opinions, right? I want to have more wrestling conversation. If you guys would like, I have some merchandise down below that you can go check out. Also, I'm working on some new membership perks, so if you guys do want to become and join the membership program, definitely feel free. You guys are family to me. I appreciate family, and I really want to stress that. And from here going forward, I'm going to stress that as much as I possibly can. You guys are family to me. So if you want, come join the family. Come be a part of it. Let's take over this wrestling community. Let's show them, man. Let's show the wrestling community that we could be just as big as the rest of them. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll be talking to you later. Peace.